Okay guys, so I bought this Gyrocopters e-bike for kids for $120 off Facebook Marketplace. I had to go to Scarborough to pick it up from Brampton, but it's worth it. Everything is working right now. Everything is working. No issues whatsoever. The only thing is this, the seller said it doesn't charge. So whenever the battery dies, which is almost like 10% left as per the meter right there, everything is okay. Brakes fine, tires are fine, paddles are fine, chain a little bit rusty but fine. So everything looks okay. So when I brought it home and I looked at the charging port, well, it's hard to see, but let's see if I can turn it on. The pin is missing. It's broken off. So that, of course, would cause charger not to detect the battery, and it will not charge. So I'm guessing the only issue is that pin. So let me open up and see if I change the pin, if it charges, then we got a really good deal, and then we can resell it for profit. Okay, so I just opened up these couple of screws and I see the wires have been cut out. Either they've been cut or they've been broken. Regardless, of course, that would cause it not to charge. And I think these are the, oh, there it is. No, somebody played around with it because the connector is out, the wire is, I don't know what that is for. I'm pretty sure it's for charge. This wire is out. Okay, let me figure it out and get back to you guys. Okay, so the wire, somebody definitely played around with this because these wires are plastic tape or scotch tape has been put on, which I'm not too concerned at the moment. And then the charging wire connector is just hanging, which goes here, and these two wires, the naked wires, goes to the connector down there. So all I gotta do is right now, I'm gonna replace that, hook up this, plug it back in, and see if it charges. So I brought it back to my shop, and that connector with that, I'm gonna replace it with this. Well, minus the red connector there. I'm gonna just hardwire it there. So the pin is supposed to be like this inside, and on that one is missing. Plus the wires were disconnected. So let's put it together and see if it charges. Okay, so I removed the battery because after changing the port, it still didn't work. So there's something wrong with the charging. So I'm gonna open it up and see if one of the series of cells are either below threshold for BMS to charge, because BMS stops if the battery, one of the series goes below 3 volts. So I'm gonna check, I'm gonna open it up, and I'm gonna check the voltages of each series of cells. So somebody definitely opened this one up before, because this one's supposed to be glued down with the case. It is, and it looks like it's glued down, but somebody already cut it. So that means somebody opened it already, which made my life a little bit easier because I didn't have to cut it with the blade. This 9th series is 2.8 volts. The rest are 3.4. This is also 3 volts or 3.1. It's fluctuating. So these two series are below threshold for BMS to send the voltages out or take voltages in or amps in. So I'm gonna charge them manually, bring them up to whatever 3.4, both of them, and see if it triggers BMS to charge from the port. Mostly that's what does the trick, and then everything works. If it happens again, that means these cells are kind of dead. not dead, but they're not holding charge, so they're self-discharging. So in that case, we will have to remove those cells and replace them with new. But I have two options: either remove all cells and put new cells in, or replace it with my cells, or just charge them these two series and put it back together and make it work. So, and there are 4 holders where only 3 cells per series have been used, just to reduce cost by the manufacturer. So if I do it, I would put 4 cells and high capacity cells. Right now there are 6 amp hours, so that means 2 amp hour each cell, if that's what it is, because sometimes the Chinese cells, they tend to overrate the amp hours. So 3 cells makes 6 amp hours, so 2 amp hour per cell. If I have to put it, I'll put 3.5 amp hour per cell, so that would be 14 amp hour altogether if I put 4 cells in each series, which I might do. But if I'm just selling it, I might just charge it this cell and see if everything works, and I'll charge it the whole thing and then discharge 1 or 2 times and see if everything is in order. Then I might just sell it off instead of putting all this work in for nothing. So let's charge these 2 cells, series of cells, and see if BMS works.